Am I stoning somebody? This is the boss fight, isn't it? Well, almost
Not
the
yet.
Not
boss
yet.
fight. Okay.
Might as well be blender time.
Let's think positive, Steve.
Uh,
Oh, that's not good.
We got friends.
oh no, we got both sides?
Yeah. I think we got tornadoed into something.
That's a release and reset.
Oopsie doodles.
Why don't we go down the other set of stairs and take the Gale Buffett one first?
How about the arcane bomb one first? He's easy.
Because once we
True.
get those tornadoes, we're
Because
Yeah,
then
and-
if we get buffeted back, then we could pull all three.
That's true. Have you done this before, Visions?
I don't think this one, no.
oh, you've missed out on so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fun.
Oh my god.
So yeah, these
The air quotes around that.
these 3
Uh-huh.
mini bosses each have one ability that the boss will have. So one will put an arcane bomb on somebody, need to move away from people, and then a healer will dispel it, and then you want to move right out of it. Otherwise you'll get stunned and stuck there.
Okay.
The other one does an ability called Gale Buffet, which will knock you back and do a bunch of damage. And it can knock you into the water. When we're fighting the boss, getting knocked into water is really bad, especially if you get knocked into the middle pool. And
Or
then,
into another tornado.
yeah, and then the first one that we were battling with spawns um, the tornadoes. You'll see a white swirl at your feet, then a tornado spawns, and running into the tornadoes will throw you up into the air, and you take fall damage. But they move kind of slow, so um, you can generally walk around them, except for when we're really crowded together. Then, because they spawn on where people are standing, so when we actually do the boss fight, we kind of split up the raid and spread everybody out, so there aren't so many tornadoes all in one spot. But fighting the mini boss, it's a little hard to avoid that.
Okie dokie.
Does anybody know how to get like higher, like minor powers? Because I'm actually getting pretty close to level 67 on my heart, which is the end on here until they change it up. But my minor is only a rank 1, which I bought from the Ancohen, and I couldn't find.
Have you been back to the heart chamber lately?
Yeah, when I got the thing where I leveled up and could do, I could put something in this spot.
If you mouse over your whatever the power is, it will tell you how you get the next level.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole quest line you have to. Well, first you have to kill the last 2 bosses in this dungeon, which I did in LFR. But then you save Alex Strasza, you save Evan Horn. I think once you save Alex Strasza, that ranks up the first power to 3.
Okay, that's the one. Okay, it sent me out on that, and I wasn't able to finish it, and I went back, and the guy wasn't there anymore, so it wouldn't let me finish it.
I would drop it and pick it up again. Because it is a scenario, so if you leave in the middle, it might not.
Okay, let me see. I'll just have to write this down real quick.
She says she's ready. Everybody's ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to raid, but I don't know if I can. Not with this latency. It's really weird how that happens in this place for me.
You tried adjusting your graphics?
Yeah, I was wondering that as well.
But out in the world and stuff, questing, I never have any trouble with it.
No,
It's
I
like
know. I'm
it's
just
six-
saying, just in here, sometimes
Maybe
there's-
you
Oh,
like
tonight here.
Yeah, sometimes in raids with all the spell effects going off.
Sasha, you don't want to stand in that arcane bomb.
Okay.
I mean, you know, maybe she's a masochist. Maybe she does like to stand in the.
Well, I mean, I guess if you like being stunned and damaged, you can do it. But
No, it just seems like it's everywhere. I move and it's there too. I
Yeah,
move
it
and
is.
it's there. So I was like,
well, see,
okay,
it starts.
stay put.
It starts on you. But as soon as one of us healers see that you're clear. Your raid frame, you want to move out of it.
It looks like
Nice
it
guy.
sticks to the floor.
Yeah, it stays where we dispel it.
Okay.
All right, come on. Didn't want to move any closer.
And I couldn't pull.
I guess that's to give you a better chance of being knocked back into their.
It's too far away.
Okay, frogs, you ready for blender time? What's that?
Tornadoes.
Don't you mean tornadoes?
Hey, Steel.
Steve.
Still. Did you get your leaky AC all fixed?
Yeah, I just had to unclog the drainage pipe.
Oh, fun. Or I should say, not fun.
It sucks. But I'm bummed.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to come over there where you are?
Yeah, I mean, if a few ranged people want to come over to this side, so you're not all stacked up for the tornadoes.
Aren't we gonna like summon?
You're gonna set off the boss.
No, she does. You can. I could go stand right in
Oh.
front of her.
Oh,
She won't activate until we kill this. Other...
Okay. I'm like, wait a minute, something's gonna go really, really bad.
That's what I was going. I don't want to go near her. I know I have something to just screw it up.
So do you run over there, or am I good where I am?
I mean, it's how many? We got 5 of us over. That's probably good.
Okay.
It just that way you won't have that whole pile of tornadoes all in that one corner there.
So are we back? I should rephrase that. Are we focusing on the boss or the little guys?
I'm gonna switch back to DPS.
Yeah.
No, you're welcome to tank if you want. Nah, you do a good job.
That's an awesome looking sword, by the way. Hey, who just beehived me?
Behave.
I will not be. It's Mahi. I see who it is. All right, going in.
So am I hitting the boss or the little guys?
Yeah, go for the boss.
Oh.
The ritual has begun. We all have our parts to play. Isn't that so, my child? Yes, my queen. I sacrifice all that I am to serve you. Gaze upon true devotion, Landwalkers.
AFK for a minute. Come go grab a cookie.
Strike that monstrosity down, champions. We must stop the flow of energy from this chamber.
Speaking of cookies, can I get a cookie?
When I get done stuffing my face.
Thank you. They do come in handy in these fights.
Yeah, we actually use them on this fight, huh? I do.
Did everybody see on the guild Facebook page, and I put it on Discord too, that funny little YouTube? Can the boss fight be more complicated or something like that?
I'll have to watch
Yeah.
it.
Well, I figured some of you probably were like old time gamers that would like really get it from the old games. But I thought of this particular fight that we're fighting. I was like, good God, could they make this any harder? Neither am I, sweetie.
I remember raiding in EQ2 where we weren't allowed to talk, only the tank and the main. If you have a question, you whisper the persons in charge of your group. They will convey them information. Oh, okay.
Well, that's how we used to raid in EQ, because, you know, it was 80 people and no voice. So you talk to your group leader talked to the assistant raid leader, and the assistant raid leader then talked to the...
See, I couldn't play EQ because my computer at the time was like, are you kidding me? It felt like I was slogging through, you know, slush. And EQ2, yeah, we weren't allowed to talk. And
Oh, this was, I mean, for me before all that, I mean, I came into World of Warcraft when Lich King came out, but I did like, I played a little bit of like Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Country 2, but I did play Tomb Raider on the Sega Saturn, I think. But I played that game through, but then I didn't really have time to play games. And then
I've been
Pete
gaming
finally
on and
talked
off
me
since.
into playing World of Warcraft, and it never did stick, and then it finally stuck.
Everybody of a respectable age started with Pong.
Pong, yep. I remember we were the first family had it. My dad did it because he liked to do that stuff. And yeah, I was so...
I'm sorry, I'm your child.
I'm so weak.
You could have given birth.
Okay. Group 1 will be X and Skull, so that's the tanks and Tree and Cat and Noob. Group 2 will be the Star and the Square, and Group 3 will be the Triangle and the Moon.
I don't have group numbers. Which one am I in?
You're with Mahi over by the Star. Mahi's group is Una, Frey, Steve, and Zebu. And I have Ration, Sasha, and Fissions. So kind of pay attention to where your healer is. We're doing this so we're not getting piles of tornadoes upon each other. Oh, Sasha wasn't here for this either. So
And
phase
Noob's
1
not
of the
in the
fight.
right group.
Steve should be over with Mahi.
I said Noob.
Oh,
He's
Noob
over a
should be
bit.
kind of in the middle.
Yep.
Hold on. I've got to take this call. It's Pete's mom calling me for some reason.
Oh.
That's okay. You know the fight. So, first phase of the fight, we're dodging tornadoes. And that's pretty much it while we're DPSing the boss. When he gets to 100 energy, he's going to summon an ad, and most likely that ad will show up over near where the skull is. Oh, yeah, we got the tornadoes and we have the arcane bombs, like we just fought through. When he summons the ad, there will be arcane barriers around that we have to go through. If you hit one of the orbs, it breaks and summons a tornado. So we'll probably have a tank go through, or somebody who has lots of health. If we might have to break through on both sides. Try only to break only one orb, and watch when somebody goes through, because you're probably going to have to dodge the tornado if you're following behind them. When we get to the ad, there's like the ad's in the middle of a storm. If you're standing in the storm, you're going to take a whole bunch of damage. You need to be in close to the ad. The ad summons little ads that do chain lightning. And the ad itself does that Gale Buffet knockback. So you want to make sure when you're fighting the ad that you position yourself so that you don't fall into the water on the knockback. And the knockback does a lot of damage. So just be wary of your own health. We'll try and keep you standing. But the idea is to kill the big ad as quickly as possible, finish off the little ads, and then go back to the boss. We won't move if the ad spawns on that side. We'll just shift ourselves around to the marks that I mentioned earlier. We'll be kind of the same position we're in now. We'll just be on the opposite side. We DPS the boss. He'll summon an ad again, likely here where we started. We move around, fight the ad, rinse and repeat. The biggest damage happens mostly when we're fighting the ad and from sloppy dodging of tornadoes.
Getting kicked into that middle hurts more than anything.
Yes, that will kill you very, very quickly. So falling into the water outside, it just puts a slow on you. And where that can hurt you is it puts you far away from the healers. Yes, and those little ads can also be stunned. So that helps. Sloppy Dodger. That should be the next tune name you have.
It should be.
That sounds like a D&D name.
That'd be a good Mechanone name.
Sounds kind of like a call sign, like Roger that, Sloppy Dodger.
Yes, Visions. That's also my stripper name.
Awesome.
Oh my.
Looks like we're good to go. Oh wait. Yep, there's Cat. We're good.
I just had to put down my pen.
Okay, yes. Yep,
All right.
everybody's ready.
Thank you. That was his mom calling to wish me happy birthday.
Aw. Here
I
comes
knew
Paul.
that's why she called.
Yes.
5,
Jesus,
4,
sweetheart.
3, 2, 1.
Your doom closes in. 4, 3,
4, 3,
power overwhelming.
1.
Beware.
Grabbing them.
Four, three, two, one.
Beware.
Got it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware. 2, 1. Power overwhelming.
I read that Arcnado burst as avocado burst.
Grabbing the balls.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware. 2, 1. Power overwhelming.
Oh, you got him just before he cast it.
He's at 90, ad spawning soon.
Well, we already got one spot open.
Yeah, it spawned right on my head.
I know. I was like, oh, the thing spawned right there.
Alright, don't dawdle get to the ad, he's in the by the blue square.
Getting ready to interrupt. And interrupt. And pulling it back. Down. Heading for the ball.
Ads are almost down.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Ads are down.
Shall we reposition?
Just
Grab
sort of
the
spread
ball.
out, guys.
I'm square, aren't I?
2, 1.
Oh, he keeps getting right on you, right at the lid there. Either you've got
He
good
likes me.
timing or bad timing.
Little ball.
God, there's a lot of tornadoes right here.
Holy moly.
Yeah, folks, you're
Got it.
getting crowding the tanks a little bit.
3, 2, 1.
Cat, I can't reach you to heal you.
I ice blocked because I got.
Visions is out of
Got
range too.
Coming.
1.
So is Evu.
Almost time for another. And there it is. All the way in the backside.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Just got knocked into 2 tornadoes.
Yeah, I got a tornado and a ball.
Close to an interrupt. I'm down using Soul Stone.
Oops.
It's like he's on the steps or something.
It's not.
It's not letting me hit somebody.
Yeah, pull him back.
I did to.
Looks like he was caught on geography.
Yeah.
So when we come back from the first phase of this, you want us to just kind of reposition like we were to the right of the tanks or left of the tank?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sal put
Clarifying for everybody.
Yeah, I think Sal put markers on all the way around the boss.
I just wasn't
Yeah.
sure if everybody else was getting that or not, because I was going, well, I'm to the right. I was to the
Yeah, I got turned around and started running, and then I started running into crap, and then I saw Mahi. I'm like, ooh, I'm supposed to be with her.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean,
It's like, where is she? Where is she?
you don't have to worry so much about your exact positioning. It's just
Yeah.
we don't want 6 or 8 people all gathered together because it's gonna get
Right.
too many
I
tornadoes.
just was going, I don't know where the healer is to how far away I am to them.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that Nyalotha one raid is off. It's gonna have what, 12 bosses, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think Tree is the easiest person to find in a raid.
Yes.
Yes, that's how I go. Well, there's Tree. Where's Mahi? What is she supposed to be looking?
I saw a tree and I thought, no, I'm not supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be with Mahi.
Yeah, I mean, just pay attention to being close to a healer and not too close to the tanks.
How about, are you marking people based on where we're supposed to be? So, like, if Trees matches where we're supposed to be, or is that
I was
too
just
hard?
marking them so you could see where they are.
Okay.
But you can unmark them if you want.
No, I was just thinking if we're supposed to kind of be by the blue box, put a blue box on her, then we'll know that's kind of hidden.
Oh, you're putting way too much thought into it now.
I know. I just figure I'm going to stay right of the tanks. That's what I was assigned. Right, I'm staying right of the tank.
I like that, Mahi. Tree is a tree.
But how come Sal is a box? Oh, because she's the blue box? No.
She was.
I changed our marks so we match our positions for the first half of the fight anyway.
Okay.
So I think where that fell apart was running through the bomb walls because there were like too many tornadoes for some reason, and then the ad was like stuck on the stairs or something.
I don't know. He was in front of me, and I had my back to the wall.
It wouldn't let me hit him either for some reason.
Wait,
We
I
had a
got
lot of arcane bomb things
stone,
right there where he was at. There was like 3 that went off like, oh shit.
Stoning the nipple.
Oh my.
Sounds painful.
That
Well,
does
band
not
name
sound
Golden.
right.
Already.
All right, everybody looks ready. Here comes pull count.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No escape!
Grabbing the boss.
Got the ball.
4, 3,
You
2,
went
1.
Beware. 2, 1. Power overwhelming.
Got the boss.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware. 2, 1. Power overwhelming.
Although I barely have the boss.
Yeah, I see that. I stopped attacking. Well, I'm just doing auto attack right now. Got
It sucks every once in a while if I don't get if he does like an ability, I don't get hit, so I don't get enough range to do much. Oh, here we go.
ah, right in the
Power overwhelming.
another.
Closes in.
Yep, he's on the far side.
Interrupt.
I need to get closer. Beware.
Don't forget to run out if you got the circle thing around you.
It's too far away.
Sorry, I didn't see that Stormling over here.
I need to get closer.
He's down, heading for the boss.
Trying to round up the rest of the Stormling.
4, 3.
DPS should stay on those stormlings till they're gone.
3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Rotating around to the sky.
Grabbing the boss.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Got the ball.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware. 2, 1. Power overwhelming.
This tornado's determined to kill me.
Grabbing the boss.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware. 2, 1. Power overwhelming.
I hate these tornadoes.
Ball.
3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Almost there, Todd.
4, 3, 2, 1. Power.
Crap,
Oh,
right?
right on top of both of us.
Beware.
Of course.
Closes in.
Oh, and he's
Yeah, sorry about
two
that.
one way or
What the heck? Ah,
going back
gee.
the other way.
I'm doing the 3.
Just need to get there so that the ads don't kill everybody.
Got him and in.
Beware.
is down, heading to the boss.
Stormlings are down.
4, 3,
To the X?
Yep, to the X.
3, 2,
Nope, I just taunted the boss by accident. Sorry.
That's alright.
But it'll work.
All you.
four, 2, 1.
beware.
Grabbing the boss.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware. 2, 1. Power overwhelming.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Beware. 2, 1. Power overwhelming.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
It's almost time for Ed.
3, 2, 1.
And I got the Ed.
Overwhelming.
Ed is
Beware.
on the back.
Two left.
It's too far away.
And interrupt.
Beware. Beware. Get closer.
Back to the boss.
Don't forget about the ads for the rest of you. They're almost gone. See, they're gone.
And going over to the skull.
Overwhelming. Beware. I need to get closer.
Four,
2,
2,
1.
one.
Beware.
Grabbing them.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware. 2, 1. Power overwhelming. It's too far away.
Well,
Ah!
3, 2,
So many tornadoes.
Beware. 2, 1. Power overwhelming.
so close.
Hold it
Grab it
together,
up.
guys. We're almost there.
2, 1.
Beware.
Squall traps
No
coming.
more blunder, no more blunder, no more
Balls.
blunder. Come on.
2,
Balls are up. Let's find the ad.
beware.
And blown into the ball. Yeah!
Baby Jesus.
All right. Way to handle them avocado tornadoes. Tornadoes.
And everybody's alive.
Woohoo! Great
That's
job,
funny.
guys.
That's awesome.
Kill me now, nasty
Oh, no,
water.
now we jump in
Kill
the
me
water.
now.
Oh, that's new. Aqueous reliquaries.
Yeah, I got
That's
3
the
of them.
crafting doohickey.
We got a doohickey.
Woohoo! More things to put in my bank.
Oh,
I
good
know.
start.
I now have 6 eternal ornaments out of my 20.
So
this is
what's
the sanguicel of this particular raid?
so what's next, Asvane?
Sort of.
Oh, we don't have to do that ever again.
Oh,
Yeah, bite
wait,
your tongue.
wait. No. What? No, we don't have to do that again.
I just extended the lockout. We have 7 more days to beat
This week.
Asvane.
Yay! Good job, everybody.
Can
Yeah,
we
that
just
was
call her
fun.
Hemorrhoid?
Yeah, well, she is.
There was so many tornadoes in that fight too. I can't believe we.
Oh, I didn't see
They were
any. Where were
everywhere.
they? Where
I
were
think
they? 'Cause
I
didn't
mean,
see it.
doing it that way, I think turned out much better than with the other way.
I'm trying to all stay together.
Is she
Yeah.
next, or is
Yes, Lady Ashvane is next.
Is she gonna yell at us?
I think we gotta
Oh,
touch
she gets
this
her
thing.
comeuppance in this one.
Where y'all going? Don't we have to touch this orb?
Huh?
I don't know.
We might want to kill the trash that's to the left and
Wonder how many times each one of us hit omnipotence.
Yeah, at least she wasn't like he that shall not be named with balls to the face
Oh
consistently.
God, yeah.
I thought
one
she
was
was
that?
just down in the center.
Yeah, but
Don't we have to
I
touch
saw
this
her when we
orb?
were. I'm sorry. I was
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't
Neil
know.
wants us to touch the
Yeah,
orb.
'cause
No, I'm
we
just
gotta-
curious because she's like
What could
locked in
possibly
a
go
bubble,
wrong?
isn't she?
Yeah, because we
Oh,
go
that's
back.
true. We might have to. Yeah, because
She's floating.
she's actually
Here.
hanging over there.
We need to hit the ball up the globe to enable to enrage the Asvane.
Imagine what Neil would make out of that statement.
He doesn't care. He's on a cruise.
Okay, who's gonna do it?
Barrier has fallen.
I d-
Let us see how brave Ashvane is without a magical shield to protect her.
Aha!
Oh,
And
she's
then
down
we go
on the
back-
ground now.
And we go back around the way we came to that group that we didn't clear out that we were running past. Conveniently enough.
Well, she's laying on the ground now.
She's fallen and she can't get up.
Yes.
She left her medic thingy. Miller.
Ooh, don't forget there's an oracle.
Yep, that's why I'm gonna sleep her. Actually, we'll do her first. Sleep the Stormbender. Okay. We got take out
Two
all the
mages, you
casters,
can pick them out one at a time.
and I can do it too. Watch your AOE's, folks.
Or not.
Or not.
Give me the power you promised. Oh, I intend to. I merely wanted our guests to bear witness to your glorious ascension. No! Not like this! What are you doing to me?
New York.
To be powerful, Priscilla.
Consider our bargain complete.
Anybody need that cloak I just picked up? It's 415. I didn't look at the specs of
It's
it.
too. It's a little too blessed.
It's
Pulling 'em
actually
up.
an upgrade for me.
Well, anybody's more than
Oh,
welcome
wow.
to it.
Only
Cat.
one at a time.
Oh, I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, I was expecting them both.
Well, it looks like Lady Ashvane had a makeover since we saw her last.
Yeah, she
Yep.
looks terrible.
She went cheap on the plastic surgery.
Now she looks as evil on the outside as she is on the inside.
When Botox goes very, very bad.
She needs to be on the show Boxed Up Bodies.
She only wanted a collagen injection.
She's like that lady that got basically concrete injected into her face.
Oh God.
That is exactly what I was thinking of too.
The cat lady.
Or the lady that got, what was it, caulking put into her buttock and then ended up.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
it was.
this one.
Yeah,
That was
they did
horrible.
caulking in her butt. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It was like
What, it's
industrial
silicone?
grade caulking or something. Yeah, like that.
Well, silicone is silicone, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So I don't know how prepared you guys are for this fight,
Not
but
at all.
I have crap. I have no seasonings whatsoever, and I haven't been marinated.
okay. We'll just do a couple of tries on it and see how it goes. Tanks, you're gonna wanna kite her very slowly around the edge of the platform because
Yeah,
she will be dropping cutting coral. But you don't want to move too much. You want to just like barely step out of it. And in fact, you can jump into an old pile of coral. So she puts the new pile of coral on top of it. Just don't stay there for a long time because it does a bunch of nature damage if you're in it. She will summon coral growths. Those will show up where the ranged players are. The raid's gonna want to. Everybody's gonna want to stay kind of spread out. When the coral growths come up, you want to get well away from them because they will do damage when they spawn, and they will have cutting coral on the floor underneath them. But we will be able to get rid of them in phase 2 of the fight. Phase 1, if I remember correctly, is dodging the cutting coral on the floor, not getting hit when the coral growths come, and from the coral growths will spawn little bubbles that move towards her. We need to intercept those bubbles, but you don't want to be the person that intercepts more than 2 bubbles in a row because it leaves a dot on you that's going to do damage. She basically starts off with an absorption shield that equals 40% of her health. So we have to DPS off that shield so we can do real damage to her. If those bubbles get to her, it's going to restore a portion of her shield. I forget what the percentage is, but getting to those bubbles is really important. I'm trying to remember exactly when it switches to phase 2, but when it does switch to phase 2, there will be an ability that's called Arcing Azurite, and there will be, I think it's 2 or 3 groups of players, pairs of players. You'll both get the same mark over your head, and then there will be a beam between the two of you. You want to coordinate yourselves so that you're on either side of one of those coral growths, because that beam will destroy the coral. So we get rid of that. By the end of phase 2, we don't want to have any of those coral growths standing up in the floor. Trying to think what else. Just like some of the ads we fought, some people get the briny bubble on them. If you get briny bubble on you, you probably want to run towards the melee group so they can quickly cleave that bubble off of you. We don't want to get the too many bubbles off at the same time, I think, because it does do raid-wide damage. Or is that the bubbles we absorb that do raid-wide damage when we absorb those? I think that's the one. Anyway, that's all this feeble brain can remember for now, so we should just try and see how it goes.
Rippling Waves is the one that goes from the coral to her that we have to.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know how you remember all that. I'm reading it.
Well, I watched the video and I read it a couple of times.
I did last week. I was hopeful last week would it be. Oh shit, we gotta do her now.
Do we need to move in before it like clock? Yeah, like otherwise,
Yeah, we
like the
probably
gates are shut or something.
I think just Cat waiting on. There she is. All right, here comes spell count.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You want to get her over to the edge. And see that coral on the ground? You don't want to stand in it.
The bubbles there we need to intercept.
Yep, the bubbles do the raid-wide damage.
Got.
I got bubbles.
Bubbles on Fissions and Frey and Steel. Oh, tank bubbles should always go first.
Oh, I can still do. I can pop my own bubble, sort.
It's too far away.
Got her.
Sounds a little like bragging.
I couldn't attack my bubble directly, but I could do my AoE, and it seemed to do a little damage on it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I got 2 stacks of Barnacle Bash.
All right, I'll grab her.
Move and Una are gonna be bubbled. And Cat.
Person, come over. Let's get the power coral.
What does this mean?
You and your partner want to get on opposite sides of the coral.
What do you at, Steel? Gotcha.
One full
Steel's
stack.
gonna be bubbled, so is Sasha and Una.
Thank you. Grabbing them. Get on the other side of the coil.
4, 3, 2, 1.
You should have killed me when you had that chance.
I'm not getting a whole lot of lady from the Lady Ashbane.
Got her.
Now I want like soft shell crab.
I need 2, 1.
Does it help to keep her in the coral?
Just to limit the amount of coral that'll be growing next time.
Right.
Base. I don't think it hurts her though. Grabbing her.
I am bubbled.
Those little bubbles that go towards her, rippling waves, will help her be hardened.
Yeah, you don't want those bubbles to reach her.
Thank you.
Got her. Him. It.
They.
There we go. Sorry.
Looks
Trying to
like
bring
it.
over. Some of us can't jump all the way over all that.
3, 2, 1.
Need me to take her?
You may want to.
Get those bubbles, guys.
One coming up through the middle of the coral. I already took one. Good.
I'm dead.
So they don't do more than 2 of those little bubbles.
I am bubbled.
Bubbled.
Brainy bubble.
Here comes more bubbles.
Got her.
So what do you run through them?
Yeah, but not 2 in a row.
I just got one.
One got to her.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Waited for that. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bubbles, bubbles everywhere. I'm gonna die. Getting the.
How long I've waited for that.
That didn't rhyme.
Your corpses will
Got her.
feed the dead.
I'm about to be bubbled.
Ooh, lots of bubbles.
I feel like I'm not making.
When we get those
Her
colored
carapace
dots on our heads.
is
Yeah,
going up.
it's a
It's
lot.
60, 70, 80,
It's a lot.
90. She's at 100%.
74%.
Oh, when we get back over here, does anybody have a bot?
Well, do we want to call it there? Or do you guys want to give it
I would
another
say
shot?
we could call it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna call it.
Yeah, I gotta do. Yep.
We don't want to come down from our big victory.
That's right.
I thought that was pretty good considering we hadn't been in there.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you, everyone.
Well, look how many
Thanks,
times.
everyone.
Think about how many times we did to
There are
get
two portals going on.
74% on the last guy.
Exactly.
Good point. Several, huh?
For the
Uh-huh.
portal cat.
Oh, welcome.
Bad news
It
for
still feels like we're going through here a lot faster than we did the Zarlor.
Oh, God, yeah.
that's true.
It does, huh?
We got to
Reminder
break
that I will
this
not
crap.
be here Thursday. I think I should be back Monday. Sorry,
Okay,
Balin.
Studio.
Oh
Night,
man,
guys.
we're screwed.
Good
man.
night,
Yeah, have a good night, all, and happy
everyone.
birthday again, Steve.
Thank
Happy birthday.
you. Ooh, dang, that was an expensive repair bill.
Youch.
Hey, anybody on that was in the raid that wears mail?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I'm still in party, so let's see. Let me scroll up. I'm putting it in raid chat.